right?
I feel like Sony saw my video about Tomb Raider's microtransactions and said, let's make that guy look like the biggest tool ever. Sony have effectively put my balls beneath the guillotine whilst dangling the Holy Grail in front of me, just taunting and daring. That's how I feel right now. Uncharted 4's multiplayer component was debuted at Sony's Paris Games Week conference, and I thought it looked quite fun. But of course, we can't have nice things. Uncharted 4 has microtransactions. Hooray! As has become the standard with microtransactions, they're implemented through an in-game currency system dubbed Naughty Dog Points, which basically guarantees they'll be implemented in future Naughty Dog titles. These microtransactions unfortunately do affect gameplay, as they extend beyond skins to weapons, tools, and upgrades. Here's the quote from Robert Cogburn, the lead multiplayer designer. Microtransactions will be available at launch, but we'll have no gameplay items that will be gated through microtransactions. Yeah, you gotta use that paper-thin excuse. But it gets worse too. And no, I'm not talking about 900p. I don't care about the resolution so long as it runs at 60 FPS, which it does. No, I'm talking about the blatant slap in the face that is the omission of dedicated servers in exchange for inferior P2P. If you don't know why P2P is worse than dedicated servers, a simple Google search will suffice. And you know what I find insulting? The fact that in spite of the implementation of microtransactions and the paywall that is PlayStation Plus, we can still have a game releasing in 2016 without dedicated servers. Wouldn't you expect all that extra money they're making would go towards, I don't know, using the technology that's been a standard on PC since the 1990s? There is no excuse for this. How is it that the game developed by a team of 3 people on a budget that could be dwarfed by my monthly phone fee can feature dedicated servers, yet the PS4's biggest exclusive, developed by a team in excess of 100 people with millions of dollars behind it, cannot? It's a joke. And we all know why they did this, because they can. Even if they expect gamers to outright object to this, and even though they know that there's no way in hell someone like me would pay for the microtransactions, they know I'm gonna buy the game. And they know millions of other people will too. Of course I will. It's Uncharted. Unlike Tomb Raider, which is not on the same level from a qualitative standpoint, only releasing on one platform this year, releasing on the same day as Fallout 4, and with a negative public opinion to boot, Uncharted is a rightfully venerated series that has sold systems to people, myself included. I bought my PS4 primarily to play this game. So what am I going to do? Not buy it after dropping $400 on this thing? Of course I'm going to buy it. And you all will too. I still find it nuts that idiots actually pay for microtransactions. The reality is that boycotting a game is an extreme method of trying to make it clear that microtransactions are not acceptable. It is an escalated way of trying to make that clear because self-evidently gamers aren't getting the memo. The normal way is just not to buy them. And you'd think that most, if not all gamers, don't buy them. But they have to in order to continue to be implemented. I just cannot believe it. And I think we need to start coming to terms with the fact that so long as brain-dead goobers continue to pay money for microtransactions, it doesn't matter how much we protest, these things will continue to be implemented. So, here's a message to gamers. Don't buy microtransactions. Just stop it. And Naughty Dog, come on. I expect so much better of you. You're one of my favorite developers. Don't turn to the dark side now.